Okay, so everything's, oh, see, eyesight disabled. So I want you guys to see this, right? When you get this eyesight disabled, there's a trick that you've got to do. And basically I've got to I got to take both of the terminals off of the battery, and I've got to hold them together for 20 seconds. You can see over here, I've got, this shows me the battery. It shows eyesight disabled, right? All right, so this is a problem. I look down here, when I step on the brake, all this goes out. Now the question is, if I press this, will it start? So it's not starting. So you can see it's still showing me that the battery is completely dead. But I do have, you know, I've got a little bit of power, but not enough to get it to go. So we've got to go ahead. If I step on the brake and I press this, it might start, because we've got a blank screen here. Let's see if it does. No, nothing. Totally dead. I may have to get a new battery. You're going to need this, which is a 10. And this unhooks here. And lefty-loosey gets it loose. I won't suffer you through me doing it. But you can see this pulls this up. And then I've got to pull this side off. I've got to pull all of these off. And to do that, you also need a 10 millimeter. So I got to flip it. And we're going to go to the left. And as you can see, it's a pain in the butt. Once I get it fairly loose, I can do it with my fingers. And then you may need a screwdriver to pop it apart, but that one looks pretty loose. And this one too. Okay, see? So that's kind of loose, you can see. And see, sometimes it's crimped in here. So what I do is I just get a flat head like this, and I'll just put it in there like that, you know, in between there, and just kind of smush it out. Just like that. Just smush it out. And then, bam, it comes right off. So we got this one off. And you got to get that off of there. This is, the way they do this shit is so crazy. I mean, they engineer it like so you can't even work on it. It's just ridiculous. Take this all the way off. Set that there. Maybe I can slide it up, or it's just taking forever. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's not good. Set that right there for now. Reach in and grab this. Oh, so this just hooks around and then pulls it down. So that we don't lose this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw this back on there. All right, so you don't want to lose these bolts. So I'm just going to put this back on here. And this is the mechanism. It catches under and holds the battery on there. So set that over here. You know, you don't want to lose that. Right now, the question, I think I can just pull that battery out of there. You know what I mean, jelly beans? And hopefully this doesn't all fall away. All right, so check it out here. So this is kind of loose here, right? And I've got these off. So now I think I can just pull the battery out. Of course, the battery's super heavy. And it should have little, yeah, there we go. Push this stuff out of the way. And then I'm thinking it'll just slide out. Man, they're heavy. They're really heavy. So what I did was I kind of grabbed it under here on both sides. And I'm going to take it, put it in my car. And now we've got I'm just wondering if I could charge it. I wonder if I take it back by my car and just charge it and then see if it works. Might be one way to do it. Or I could just take it in and get a new one. Because I think that's what we're going to need to do. Let's just see how this works. See, that's got a hook on it too. You follow me? Look. See how this has got a little hook on it? Yeah. I wonder if it hooks in there. That seems like it would be a better place to hook it in, right? Or maybe even pulling this out and putting it around the battery and then dropping it down on there. And then I'm thinking that this is going to connect in here. This will connect here. So this one's going to connect here, is going to connect on here, right? So right now what I did was, because I couldn't get the to charge it in the car, I dragged it out here and I hooked it up to these and I got it on there. So now I'm charging it out here, and I'm just going to give it maybe like a half hour to charge and run this and then see if it works. If it works, great. If it doesn't, I'll have to go get a new battery. So we're giving it a shot. All right. We got our positive and our negative on there. Positive and negative. All right, we'll see what happens. All right, so now this just goes like that. You follow me? And then we just put her back in there. Okay, I'm setting it in right like that. Okay, and I'm gonna move it forward a little bit. And then I've got to get this. Let me show you. So I got to get it down there on that hook. You feel me? You see that hook down there? So I just got to get it in that little hole there. Like that. Oh, shoot. You see? It's a little bit, so we got to bend it down like that. Okay, I think I got it, yeah. All right, so I got it hooked on there, and I'm gonna push this one on here, okay? And then I'm gonna grab this, and I gotta take the nut off of it, all right? Don't drop the nut. Hang on to your nut. Set the nut there for a second. And then, right now I've gotta get this down underneath there, and then I gotta feed it through. Oh yeah, there's a little hole down there. Oh, all right, so on the for the battery, you're gonna find, there's a little hole right there. See that? And that goes in there. Then I have to feed it through this hole here. You follows me? Right there. Okay, so I'm just gonna get this on here. I'm not putting everything on really tight right now because I'm not quite sure this is even gonna work. Okay, so this one you really don't have to unscrew. All right, so now, I didn't put this on yet either, but I will if this works. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and attach these. I'm gonna need that 10 millimeter, and we'll see what happens. I'm probably gonna have to go get a new battery, but whatever. So we gotta switch this. All right, before we put it together, let's go ahead and, oh, look at that, that pulled right out. Oh, shit. All right, well, we'll have to get that. We'll have to get that back on there. Oh, that's not good. All right, let's go ahead and. Oh shit! I gotta loosen this now. All right, this is off. Okay, so here's a good idea. You go ahead, you put this through here, you put the nut on, but put it on loose. All right. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come down with this side and hook it back in. And then you're going to push the battery in and drop this down. Find your hole and then tighten this. And you got to get this pretty good. Because this side will pop out if you don't. You follow me? So I might have to tighten this down. We're going to switch this. There we are. All right, so that's going to hold the battery in there. I don't know what I was doing with this, but that was dumb. Okay, now I'm just going to take these two and I'm going to put them together for 20 seconds. Just like this. Hold them. This is supposed to reset the system. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2017, 2018, 1920. And let's do 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Keep that one away from there. Put this one on first. Tighten down the screw. Then I got to get my 9 millimeter on it. That's loose. I want to go tight. There we go. If this doesn't work, I gotta take everything off again. This will be like, oh shit, that's not a good sign. 'Cause it did get a little charge, but all right, let's get that off of there. All right, I'm gonna go inside. We're gonna see if it works. I don't think it's gonna, but cross your fingers. Everything's on in here. Might be enough. All right, now if I step on the brake, it turns green. Oh, that looks good. All right, cross your fingers. Here we go. Woo! We got it. We got it. That worked. Holy shizznizzles. Oh, Batman. You are the best. that worked. I'm amazed. All right, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel and check out my other awesome videos where I try to fix stuff that I've never fixed before and have no idea what I'm doing. But it's working.